You can take it out of the rod holder. There we go. Crossed over that other line, but we got it. There we go. Not a bad fish to start out the day. This week we're out trolling the main basin with Leadcore. I've been mixing it up as far as baits, going from shad wraps, as you can see. This is a Fire Tiger minnow wrap. Also tail dancer's been working great. And that's the thing, from basin to basin and from area to area, the baits change, the colors change. So I've really been mixing it up and just going through the baits every day to try and find the best bait for that particular area, that bite. Have you hold this right here? Perch, yellow perch, join it.
See if I can land something you couldn't piece.
That one was on the number 5 jointed, rattling, suspending yellow perch. This is always a good color. And a lot of times when I'm trolling those perch colors, especially out here in the basin, I like to run my perch colors lower, kind of match the hatch. It always seems, even when you're picking up perch out here in the basin, they're always close to the bottom. Whereas my bright baits, my shiners or chrome baits, I tend to run those a little bit higher in the water column. You know, and every day is different. Last week or 2 weeks ago when we were filming out here, a lot of the fish were high. You know, the bug hatches were going on. This week I'm not seeing quite as many bug hatches, so a lot of the fish have been a little bit lower to the bottom. So we're trolling 3, 3.5, even 4 colors at time. That one came off of 4 1/4 colors, and we're in 33 feet of water right now. Of course, it's that lime one that I only have one out. Hey, look at that, popped off in the net. Look at how dark that fish is.
Perfect timing.
That's right. Once again, change baits. Put a bigger lime green bait on. I've just been running through the colors. Not only are we changed locations here, we slid a little bit more towards the gravel. I'm still out in the basin, but I'm a little bit closer to structure. But also we had light change. And, you know, some of those Fire Tiger colors we had on before starting to run through the greens, the whites right now. And just, it's kind of a process that you do throughout the day as you get light changes, as you move in different locations around the lake. Pretty fish. Wow. Look at how gold he is. Oh yeah, when in doubt, always try purple. Purple's always one of those go-to colors that you've got to try throughout the day, especially when you start running through the colors. Always got to stop on purple at least once. Looks like a slot fish. There we go. And a day like today, you know, I like to see 4 or 5 fish, even 6 fish at a time before I decide to make a change. The other thing that, you know, give the baits a little bit of time. You start running through the baits too fast, you just get confused. I like to give them a little bit of time to work before I decide to make a change from color to color, size to size. Just as we caught that fish, boom, the sun comes back out again this morning. We've had clouds, sunshine, and that's going to change our baits once again. I've been going through the baits like crazy this morning. Light penetration has a big play into what colors you should use day in and day out. And this year on Mille Lacs, especially with the stained water, it makes a big, big difference. Ready, Pete? Nice little run here. Try to bring him that way so he's not crossing over lines. There you go. Point your rod tip that way. Perfect. Okay, Pete, stop reeling. Just let him come up. Stop reeling. There you go. Nice fish, Pete. All right, that's a beauty. We got pike, we got perch, and we got big walleyes. Nice fish on yellow perch. We've been getting them on yellow perch, jointed shad wraps in the glass shads, and then also the minnow wraps in that yellow perch color today. Big pike, walleyes, perch out in the same location. We're just working back and forth through the basin here. Nice fish. Hey, I want to make a special thanks to lakelink.com for setting up this trip with Paul and Peter today. On your next fishing adventure or fishing trip, check out lake-link.com. They're a great informational website with lots of maps, all sorts of useful information that anglers can use. That's lake-link.com. Hey, until next week, I'm Tony Roach, and we'll see you on the water.